something which men do over drinks in the night with different things, which we unfortunately, because we are having so many tags attached, we cannot afford to, even if we start looking at groups, so-called activity groups which people have now. This just cannot go because of the professional or personal reasons. So familiarity is something which we go along with. So whenever we know somebody needs something, so even today if I need some patient calls and I say, Madam, my patient is admitted here, can you put in a word? We can do it when we know somebody there. So we might not know the whole of the hospital. You know, one doctor can call up and say, okay, please look here. And they will definitely help us. I think that is something which is very important. Networking need not be only for representing talk. Networking can be best achieved by the best outcomes of the patients. I think Shiva wanted me to talk about the stress and how do we deal with stress and everything. For me, even for the patients when I talk, I think today's time, when we spoke, I was talking to my friend yesterday and I was worrying because some big name died day before with cancer. Not the kid they are talking, some other big name. And I said, do you know, India is now the capital of cancer. It is 70 to 80%. Means 1 in 5 is having some cancer or the other. It can be early, late by the time we diagnose. So if it is that much, what are the causes which led to it? Is it the medicines what we are giving, or the doctors are detecting more, or the diagnostics has gone such a way that we are diagnosing more, or the awareness has increased? No, I think the real incidence has also increased. That is because of the four main things which has increased in the recent times. One, what do we tell the patients? Lack of exercises. Couch potatoes. We all have become couch potatoes and we are encouraging our kids to become couch potatoes because we are telling them you have to study. And they are studying from morning to evening and they're not doing anything. They're sitting, eating, studying. Sitting, eating, studying. That is what they are doing. What we need to understand is unopposed estrogen, we were talking about it, how it can lead to it. And anything endocrinopathy, we know that Hyderabad is the capital for hyperlipidemia, capital for diabetes. Now India is the capital for obesity and cancer. Obesity itself can lead to so many cancers and all that. So when we speak about it, first is definitely exercise. How do I tell the patients to deal with it for exercise? It's impossible because the mother who comes with the kid is the first person who will tell me. She doesn't have time, doctor. She goes to this dash schools, which is from morning 6:30 to evening 6:30, 7:30, and by the time they come, they don't have time. Yes, they don't have time, but they need a break from that. So it might not be a school. It might not be a gym. Might not be anything. So what I tell the patient is, I ask the kid, who is your favorite actor or actress, whatever. Usually it will be Junior NTR or Allu Arjun or Ram Charan Tej or somebody like that. If they are from the other category, then I say it can be Hrithik Roshan or Tiger Shroff or something like that. I said, whatever the tapori dances of them, go into room, close the door, 3 to 4 every day. That's a break from their routine, plus that is the exercise which the body needs. And second point we need to understand about exercise is that yoga and walking are not exercises. When we understand that point, we can tell the patients that they are good for circulation, they're good for flexibility, full stop. But for insulin resistance, for the muscle contractility, for anything, we need something like aerobics, swimming, skipping, cycling, or anything where every muscle contracts. So dances, tapori dances are good enough. So we need to give that point. That's the first point. Second, which is important, diet. We spoke about it. Except Japan, every other country, as they became prosperous, has become prosperous in obesity also, including China, where it was never the northeastern part of India, where again the basic metabolic rate was high. They're also becoming obese. We try to blame it on McDonald's. Yes, it is one of the culprits. What we need to understand is, for a business person, how much money he's going to get from that particular thing. If I have to sell a chicken, if I am going to get about 100 rupees for this 1 kg, I don't know the exact rates, I'm very bad because I don't get into that. If the same chicken is going to weigh 2 kgs, I'm going to get 200 for the same chicken. So how can I increase the weight of it? So they will look at giving steroids to the chicken or giving estrogen or whatever they want to give so that the chicken starts weighing more. So for them, it makes business sense. They don't think whatever we are feeding the chicken, if it goes into the body of the baby or a girl, how is it going to affect? But this is how these dietary changes have caused the precocious puberties, the cancers in the younger age group, and the gynecomastia of the young boys, and all these things. The milk, for a buffalo to give the milk, how to increase the expression? Oxytocin. The oxytocin can go into the woman and that can stimulate the pituitary. So we need to understand that every hormone given to these and the food which is coming, which is adulterated by this, is one thing. Next, we know, including lipsticks, including everything, you have dioxins, we have PSBs. There is nothing in the world what we are making today which does not have this. Plastics are the worst. We're not just talking about worst. We know that Musi River, the plants which are going there are full of lead. So we are not able to get away from this, and we really don't know the authenticity of organic, so-called organic. So only thing we can tell the people. So what do I tell my patients who come to them is take care of your plate, whatever you're eating there. See that there is less carb and more protein in it. That is the only thing you can tell. You cannot keep telling them, avoid this, avoid this, avoid this. I will not remember what I'm going to avoid next day. It's difficult for us to understand all that. And this is having this many calories, this is having this one. This app will tell you. This is all actually in realistic life not feasible. Whatever plate you take, in that plate, see that you have more carb, protein and less carb. So this is the way to move forward. And the third vice, I'm only talking about 4 vices which have increased these diseases. Third vice, which is very, very important, is the stress. It is not just the stress of the patient, the stress they give us also, the stress we undergo also. Because most of the time, I'll just give an example of the recent one patient who had a young girl. Pregnancy is supposed to be very happy, and they are all now into all these baby moon, baby that, baby shower, baby whatever. They don't want any complication pregnancy, which nobody can predict. Agreed? Everything went on well with her, and she wants to be that idealistic mother who will feed the mother toward the thing and who will be taking care of the child herself, even though the so-called help will be there. Unfortunately, postpartum, she developed severe eclampsia with severe PRH and even small CVA and all that. She's totally fine of that, but in that whole process, lactation has been stopped. Now, she's fine. She's just getting weaned off with the antihypertensives. Now, she went into postpartum blues and depression because she's not feeding the baby. So, the guilt of not feeding the baby, and she's a bad mother because the peers have told that it is not a good mother not to feed. The peers have the Instagram said that they have to feed. That pressure is too much on her, and now I told her this is also okay, fine. There is something called guilt-free parenting. Remember that. Do you think your child is going to remember after 20 years that you did not feed me your milk in your I was days baby? No, nobody remembers. Do you remember whether your mother fed or your grandmother took care of you? So first thing, people have to be realistic in today's times, and this trying to be super mom, super wife, super teacher, super practitioner, super doctor is a myth. You have to be the best in whatever you do according to your thing. For me, never try to be balancing things. There is nothing like balance. Once you put in your mind that balance is the thing, that is where you are faltering. Balance means you are putting them in the opposite sides. You are putting your family on one side, career on one side. Why are you putting them on the opposite sides? Put them on one side. Keep it like that. So one day your family is your priority, one day your career is priority, depending on it. It's a dynamic relation. So keep your relationships dynamic. Never try to keep it, I am balancing, so I'm giving you 3 hours, I'm giving you 3 hours. No, someday you'll have to give 10 hours there. Someday you'll have to give 10 hours here, depending on the need of that particular day. So the day you realize the dynamic equation, you are happy. But love yourself first. Even in the planes, they tell that you need to be taking your oxygen first. Your brain should be active and not hypoxic so that you can help 10 people. Trying to be heroic and trying to save 1 or 2 is not the best benefit which can come. So, and we also know that a woman healthy means a family healthy. So you are the anchor for your house. So please be healthy yourself first. That is very important. So this all comes from certain things. What are the load you're putting on yourself? How stressful you are. So for me, I tell the patient, start off with, stress, how do you relieve stress is different for everybody else. It's different. For me, it's music. In my OP, music will be running. In my OT, music will be running so that my anger can come down. It subconsciously keeps it down. For somebody else, it can be gossip. Somebody else, it's talking to the girlfriend. Somebody else, it can be shouting at the husband. So anything, whatever helps you. Understand that, keep it in your limits and de-stress yourself. Just take a solo time. Go out for 2 days solo break. Fine, that can be the stress relief for us. So you need to first accept, yes, stress is real. Then adapt and then do what you have to know. So whatever you want to do, first know that stress is everybody will undergo, and it is, again, it's not going to be progressive or it's not going to be the same. I was stressed yesterday doesn't mean today I have to be stressed. But again, everything comes from time and your priorities on that particular day. If you start telling, I have to be strictler of this, it cannot happen like that.
You need to give that little leverage and empathy on yourself. Please forgive yourself for whatever it is. Don't start blaming for everything which goes wrong on yourself. I'm supposed to do that. I could not do it. So what? Nothing is going to happen. Yeah, you can do it tomorrow. So start forgiving yourself for whatever happens, even the major mistakes, nothing to be worried. I was very disturbed about 3 days ago. I keep seeing in the evening, what do? I just watch TV and whatever is happening in the world. There are 2 young kids from, I think, Nizamabad area, Bongir, that side. That young kid made a video, the wife and husband. She said, 1 year ago, after marriage, I did a major mistake. My husband forgave me and my whole family forgave me. One night, my auntie is going around telling everybody about it. So, because of her, we both are committing suicide. And just after the video, before police can even reach them, they both slept on the rail tracks and they're dead. They are dead. Okay? So is it right on her auntie's? Now the aunt is going to go into guilt trip now. Whatever she has done, everybody is now going to put it on her. First of all, I think, stop discussing everything with everybody. Why? It's your personal issue. Keep it within yourself. Whatever it is, whomever you trust, because in today's times, you cannot trust anybody. They can just take it for advantage. They're all become very self-centered and everything. So if the other person finds telling your secret to other person is beneficial to them, they are going to in a very subtle way. So talk to only person whom you think. Make a small group of people, your own circle. Make it your inner circle and stick to it. And you should trust your inner circle. That is the biggest relief which anybody can have. Because you have to vent out. You cannot keep everything bottled up inside. Sometime it's going to just blast out. So have an inner circle and keep it close. Always you should have somebody, a mentor or somebody, whomever you can look up to in your career. Because at your age, when you think you know everything, might not be true. Experience definitely does cater, because the same way, like I tell the patient, headache doesn't mean cancer. Headache can also mean cancer. Headache can be, you spoke to your husband, so you got headache. You went in a hot sun, so you got headache. You ate something with a GI tract infection, that can be headache. It can be a simple heat stroke. And it can be definitely an SOL in the brain also. So it doesn't mean you cannot have to jump into that. So there are so many things in it, so not being judgmental about yourself to time this thing. For your career, I always tell my success mantra is 6 T's. I'm going to repeat it for the young kids over here. First is always technique. Whatever field you are in, master your technique. Second is technology. If you're not taking the technology which is coming up, it can be AI in the near future, you are going to perish. Third is training. As the technology comes, you take it up, you train yourself again and again and again. You might not have used something for a long time. You're again starting, get trained. There's nothing. You're not supposed to know everything. Get trained. I started doing robotics only 2 years ago. I trained myself properly, and then we do the best robotic surgeries now. In fact, the people who come for our robotics, they say we are one of the best in India itself. So get trained properly. The fourth one, which would be very important, is team. If you don't make a team, that is something which is going to falter. It cannot be. You make your nurse, your technician, your assistant, a team. The patient, or it can be, should never be, see, wherever it is, in the house, your team is your husband, maybe your ayah who is going to take care of your child, you four are a team. If your in-laws or your mother comes, they're a part of the team. Because finally, the child should not be neglected, nothing should be neglected. So the team works. You cannot be there everywhere, every time, but things have to happen. Same way at work. Your team should be there, and patient should get used to the team, so that they're confident when they see your nurse also, that their information comes to you, and that whatever advice they are given by your assistant is what you are giving. So that team should be exposed to the patient. Without team, you can never be successful. And fifth is train. You should teach. The more you teach, the more you learn. Every time you teach, you get some other question. Then you actually start thinking out of the box. So you actually learn more. Finally, which is very difficult even today to overcome, is temperament. Like just we said, when we're talking to a kid, Our level of intelligence is different, everything is different. So it's very difficult to do that. But your temperament will tell you which altitude you're going to achieve. Understood everything what I'm saying? So stress goes a whole way, and if you master these things, both at home and your workplace, your stress relief will take a thing. Time management is very important. So someday your child or somebody, including a husband, can tell a simple thing that, did you ever make a coffee for me and give? Or did you ever give anything to my mother? Or anything. So be prepared for all those dialogues, because they don't have anything to tell. They will come up with something which will really hit us. So just be there around. You don't have to actually do that, but you should see that things are happening there, so that they do not, where you can do. Yes, if you stay extra in the evening, do you get more money? Yeah, you might get more money. Is it worth it? Is tol mol ke bol. I am telling you, definitely word of mouth is the best marketing than the digital. Even in the digital, if you write in your digital marketing, these are the timings, patients will come. They want the best, they get the best. And we also know that too much of availability of to anybody or anything will definitely decrease the importance of that particular thing, all person also. Okay. The fourth vice is the addictions. Why did I add? Till now I used to always talk to the patient about all these three. Last 1 year, I've added this fourth vice, that is addictions, which have become a norm in today's time. Smoking, alcohol, drugs. I think proactively, we should also talk about the sexual practices. All these have become a norm in today's times. So unless we look at, apart from our career and medicine, what we take care, unless we look at all these four and start talking to them and getting out the answers, we cannot become the better advocate for the future health of India. So I think these are the few things I wanted to tell. Anything else you want to ask me? I think I'm here. Yes, ma. That automatically comes when we do all this balancing, no? But one thing what happens with sleep, no, Pallavi, we carry things home. Because we carry that keeps, you're at home physically, you carry it runs. So I keep telling everybody, there are two arts everybody has to learn. One is art of parallel thinking, one is art of disassociation. It's not easy, but everybody can do. What is art of parallel thinking is, you have a pain, for us doctors, I'll tell, pain in the RAF, or first would be only appendix, but it can be a twisted ovary, it can be ectopic pregnancy, it can be anything. So when a patient comes in the ER, I blast the ER people, because by the time the ectopic is actually detected is 7 to 8 hours, because they always think of appendix, waste their time, instead of doing a 50 rupee pregnancy test, which would have put the ectopic, unless otherwise this thing. So by the time the hemoperitoneum will worsen. So parallelly, you need to think, it can be this, it can be ureteric colic, it can be twisted ovary, it can be ectopic, it can be appendix. If you start thinking parallelly, that's when these things can happen. So this is something which takes you a great length in thing. Ureteric colic is not my subject, so I don't have to think that it has to fit into my subject. You have to think parallelly and then do the test accordingly, depending on the priority. Right? So pregnancy test is a 1 minute test. Negative, move it out. Then you say it's not this, it can be these three, get a scan done. So next comes scanning, CT or scan. So time will not be wasted. So this is something we have to do even in at home, for the child. If she's playing, if she's eating, what is the priorities? We need to do that art of parallel thinking. Disassociation, work, leave it, come back. That's where team comes. Duty, they will take care. Anything, they will just message and you answer, close it off. So you have to disassociate home, here and here. That again comes with team. That's why I told team should be there, that things have to happen. But you have to disassociate. You cannot write wrong treatment there thinking your son is sick, then don't come there, stay at home. Justice comes when you can do disassociation only. Not easy. And I always tell people one more thing. Career and life are like two parallel lines of rail putteries. They should never meet. They should never meet. If they meet, the rail traffic accidents which are happening will happen. They both should at equal pace go parallelly. One cannot go fast, one cannot do this. Two rail putteries are family and career. They should never meet. Okay? Thank you. Normally, when we all meet, we only talk about patients, right? We don't talk about all these things. But we all need somebody to catch hold of us and say, it's going to be okay. That's it. Nothing else. It's fine. It's going to be okay. And it is. Otherwise, you can say, well done, well done. That is also fine. Thank you.